You've reached the absolute pinnacle of your professional career, yet you wake up feeling like a trapped observer. This crushing weight of expectations has become your silent companion. Everyone applauds those big public victories, right? But you're quietly carrying the heavy burden of maintaining an illusion that's slowly but surely draining your spirit. The engine of your ambition is starting to sputter. It's stalling out. You fear your best years are already behind you. The fire that built your empire is quietly fading away. You look at your towering achievements and honestly, you only feel a remarkably hollow echo. So, are you successful by every metric but entirely unfree? You're definitely not alone in feeling this profound paradox today. Headlines constantly scream about the hypothetical SpaceX IPO. They're calling it the greatest financial event of the century. Yet beneath that massive influx of capital lies a profound shift in autonomy. It literally forces visionary leaders right into a corner. As we go through this explainer, you'll see exactly why. You know better than to trust that surface-level noise. Section 1. The public market illusion. The ticker symbol is a tether. Think about it. Elon Musk avoided this exact moment for over 2 decades. 2. He knows the public market is a brutal, unfeeling machine. It's literally designed to turn bold visionaries into mere spreadsheet managers. 3. The second a company goes public, it completely stops serving Mars. Instead, it begins to serve the fleeting whims of day traders. It fundamentally alters the entire trajectory of human progress just for a simple stock bump. Just look at the stark contrast between the private and public worlds. The core problem is this invisible shift in who actually holds the power. In a private world, you answer only to the mission. In a public world, you answer to the quarterly report. You simply cannot build a magnificent, generation-defining cathedral if a board forces you to stop and count every single brick. The focus violently shifts from the long horizon to the next 90 days. This is the exact moment when true greatness begins to erode. Section 2. 5 Principles of Decline. Trading long-term legacy for short-term validation. We really have to reframe this financial milestone as a high-stakes gamble with human progress itself. The real danger doesn't actually appear on day 1. It waits patiently for the first 90 days to finally pass. This 90-day mark is when the very first accountability report arrives. It's the jarring moment the visionary realizes they actually have bosses now. You're witnessing the rapid birth of a new corporate bureaucracy. This transition represents the ultimate grueling test of any truly revolutionary, forward-thinking organization. Number 1, the law of quarterly confinement. Public markets force a dangerous myopia upon their new leaders. 4, survival based on stock prices forces you to forget your grandest goals. You literally trade the vastness of the cosmos for a predictable balance sheet. This constant, looming pressure creates a rigid psychological ceiling. It absolutely prevents any truly disruptive thinking from ever taking root in the boardroom. Number 2, the innovation tax. Every radical experiment now carries a heavy and public political price. In a private company, a sudden rocket explosion is just data. In public, explosions mean massive shareholder lawsuits and endless media frenzies. You become dangerously allergic to the very risks that built your empire. The fear of a stock dip completely replaces your hunger for breakthroughs. This heavy, invisible tax is paid every single day in the tragic currency of lost time. Number 3, the narrative erosion. The grand story of the mission is slowly replaced by the stock price. Your elite engineers actually stop looking up at the stars above them. Instead, they start checking their brokerage accounts every single hour. Wealth creates a comfortable complacency that slowly destroys the true pioneer spirit. You lose the hungry, desperate talent that was once willing to break the rules for the cause. The fire of the mission is entirely replaced by the warmth of a retirement fund. Number 4, the 90-day accountability trap. That first quarterly earnings call? It represents the end of the honeymoon. This is when the cold reality of regulatory compliance completely settles in. The friction of absolute transparency slows every vital decision to a crawl. You've basically traded your sovereign crown for a heavy gold-plated leash. This inescapable, suffocating trap snaps shut the exact moment the very first professional analyst hands you a sell rating. Number 5, the dilution of intent. When thousands of total strangers own your dream, the dream immediately changes shape. Their primary goal is profit, but yours was transforming the human species. These two entirely different objectives will eventually, and quite inevitably, violently collide. You spend vastly more time managing expectations than managing the actual engineering of the future. The pure original intent is mercilessly diluted until it becomes nothing more than a catchy marketing slogan. Section 3. Reclaiming your autonomy. Architects versus managers of the status quo. So ask yourself, are you building a lasting legacy or just a much larger cage? You must critically examine the daily trades you are making right now. Don't let the false promise of liquidity drown out your true purpose. Take a hard, honest look at the 90-day cycles in your own life. You were meant to lead, not to be managed by the crowd. The world absolutely doesn't need more timid managers of the status quo. It desperately needs brilliant architects who are brave enough to stand alone and remain truly independent.
Remember this one thing. True power is not found in the capital you raise, but in the freedom you refuse to sell.